else is here. I don't think there's. I think this is all we've got. Oh.
Go ahead.
Atlantic is going live.
Dad's house.
Alrighty.
Okay, Chris should start his broadcast.
Cool.
Alrighty.
I should probably run with my controller, but I really want to run with the wheel.
I'm not a controller.
I might.
Dude, honestly,
yeah, but I don't want to
whatever
die.
you feel more comfortable with is what you should
With
run
controller,
with.
you can go more down to the corner. That's good.
Because I guarantee you that if you feel like you can go faster in the wheel, but you're not comfortable with it, you're not going to go to full potential.
I see wheels for like Marta halves and big tracks.
Because I literally just got
Honestly, Martin still is probably advantage
so...
running controller because you got immediately full turn.
Deja vu.
Probably, I think short tracks are easier with controller.
Oh yeah.
I think Martinsville is. Bristol, I could see it being either way.
I have to use my wheel.
I feel like I'm decent at Bristol.
Okay. Muscle, what you run that time?
Send me an invite. You got
20.031.
No, what's?
Hey, we're gonna run one practice. Then we're gonna run the qualifier. Then we're gonna run the race. Yeah, this is the practice. I just want to make sure I get everything. All right, did somebody send me an invite to this month? Is it open? Okay, cool. He sent me one. I'll join you, or I'll send you an invite right now. It says Devin ain't online. I'm like, damn. He does. He does. No, Elvin, I wasn't gonna do that to you tonight, man. But he does want to race. He'll be racing with us next season.
Who?
Scout. Oh well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm really good buds with him and a couple other guys. The Bear and Fast Fed's on too. I was gonna invite both of them to the party as well, and he was gonna chill in the party, but I was like, we don't have enough room, so. I mean, if we're gonna have a pro series, we gotta have some. We're gonna bring some competition.
Yeah. I think Elvin is enough.
Well, he's enough for you guys.
I
gotta bring Elvin some competition.
Try to bring all their buddies and just train all the races
let's bring
against
Tri
us.
back, but just keep him muted and then just like have him like try.
Well, we want him to think that. We want him to think that number one, number two. We want him to come race anyways, man. I want to get that one kid, that Joseph Lombard motherfucker, in here, man. He thinks he's the shit too.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to smoke his ass.
Into SC4R.
Are you and Muscles racing tonight, or are you guys commentating?
We always commentate these races, man.
The only race I ran was your guys' All-Star race where there was no points.
I should have my fastest lap ever.
Same.
Don't worry about what lap times you're running right now. Just try to improve upon your lap times each lap, and by the end of the race, hopefully you've improved your lap time from the first lap to the last lap. And that's a successful day. That's about the best advice I can give you for what's about to happen to you. Bear, stop taking your hands off.
It's over between me and Dick. Over? So you don't like it? But you guys just started using the L word. The L word. I saw that. You guys saw that?
It's possible he could get a good draft pull. Depends.
Major bomb on me. He's married. No, worse. He's got kids. Oh, you're still here. Why? You're still out of my car. Why? Wait. You're just gonna break up with him because he has children? 5 children. 5. What am I, Julie Andrews? I'm gonna sew matching outfits and sing to escape the Nazis? He asked me if I was part of the team. No, I don't. Well, maybe you should just go on the trip and, you know.
Well, right now it looks like we got our round of 6 drivers. Well, we got Cat. Cat Cav's not going to be here, and NS ain't going to be here, and I'm not going to allow subs for either one of them. So that would put everybody who's here right now tonight into the next round.
Did you take a shower?
Well, that would be. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he asked me to find him a sub, and I told him earlier today that I couldn't do that, and I'm standing firm on that because why should I give him a sub all the way until the last race of the year so that he can just race one race and he could potentially win it and didn't even race the whole playoffs? That's not fair. You know what I mean? So, I mean, come on, man. I'm sure Tribe would have been cool with that, but. Well, I mean, he was turning right at every track. He was turning right up into motherfuckers and then saying, oh, look, you hit me. Like, it was funny. He sent a picture in the freaking group thing, and he was like, look, you hit me right here. And I'm like, dude, your tires are turned to the left. Yeah, dude, the dude's about to spin me the fuck out, bro. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what do you mean? Like, there's two pictures right there of 2 reasons why I blocked you at the end. And I did the same thing to Elvin. It wasn't like I was... Dude, it was 9 laps to go. What do you expect me to do? Dude, I had to. You were in my way, and Elvin was coming. I'm like, bro, my best thing to do was get off front, get me a big gap, and then hopefully you guys held him up. And then I seen, like, after a few laps, he was right there. I'm like, well, it's going to be some blocking shit going on here. But, I mean, well, welcome. Remember when you hit Tribe, or you bumped into Tribe and Tribe bumped into me early in the race? You're welcome. Oh, yeah, go back and watch the video. You guys were 3 wide. You guys bumped up into each other, and he sent flying straight up into me and spun me out. I fell back to 8th, and I drove back to 3rd. Or 2nd. It was one of them. I don't remember. It was either 2nd or 3rd, but I drove from way in the back all the way back up front, and I got wrecked. Yeah, I got sent up the track. That's what I was saying. And I got taken out, but he blamed it on Muscles. And Muscles was like, well, I was right here. I was there or whatever. And, I mean, it's short track. It could have been that, but all I know is I'm the one that paid the consequence on that. And he just started laughing and stuff. And the thing was, it was funny because he was like, he's like, well, What's going on? Like, he didn't even want to talk about there being a caution for me. He was he was like, well, I'm going to have a good finish. Drove up there and passed his fucking ass anyways. Dirty bitch. This is the qualifier, yes.
I mean, going to the next turn.
You gotta send me an invite now, Bear. Hurry. Send me like 2 of them.
Yeah,
if you
I
can.
should probably back out, so someone send me an invite.
Damn, I got a whole bunch of them fuckers at once. Holy shit. I got what Devins was the first one to pop through, man.
Yeah, we're here for the zero romance package.
Hey, somebody invite Shells. Did somebody already invite Shells? I'll invite him. It's not because he's got his thing
Wait,
set
is
to
he on?
offline. He's online, but it's set to offline.
All right, listen, just to reassure my son that we're not dating.
Let me hit him with an invite. He was saying that he was probably going to start in park because he's got to be off by 9 or something like that.
Friggin' hot. Did you say your mom was hot? No, not hot.
Yeah, I think it's grouping this.
Just give some space, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you finish first or wherever. I mean, just give everybody a little bit of space and get yourself a really good lap in.
Well, Pearl's not giving any space. Jeez. I saw him push Devin all like halfway up the track. Devin's not giving any space either, apparently.
Sorry, Drade.
This man said give space, guys.
Everybody's got blue stripes on their trucks, I see.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Everybody in the playoffs, that is.
That's the bump.
Elvin already out to a commanding lead for this qualifier. Trade looking to the inside of Portal. Drops back in line. Ellis was into the wall off the turn. Back there.
Go by me if you can, Trade. I'll let you through.
Hey, let me know when this is over. Just holler or something, Muscles. I got to go do something really fast before the race starts.
Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't think you were going to be breaking that soon. Thank you, buddy.
Alright, Portal, geez, I gave you plenty of room. I actually got Portal muted because I don't like him.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, you're just gonna be hearing me saying sorry to a lot of people
I can't stand him.
tonight. I can guarantee you.
Who's going to be saying sorry?
Portal. I'm gonna be apologizing a lot.
Look at let me get my browser open. Or Twitch.
Oh, you stream
Clear
on Twitch?
dashboard. Yep.
Oh,
That's my search
I can't
history.
actually be mad at that. I stream on Twitch sometimes too. I go back and forth between Twitch and YouTube.
For live streaming, I personally like Twitch more. For videos,
Yeah.
YouTube is definitely better.
Yeah. Well, you can't really post videos.
Yeah,
on
this is
Twitch.
definitely just going to be like the whole race.
You
Like
can post videos on Twitch.
Elvin up front, then me, Devin, and
You
Dre.
can, it
fighting
just you gotta
second.
go on there, and it's a little more work to do the Twitch. They'll stay there for so long, but in order to keep them on there permanently, you have to go into the editor and you gotta edit the clips and save them at, you know.
Well, you can click highlight and just make it the full length of the clip.
Yeah, you can
Of
do
the
that too.
stream, and then like take off the highlight, and then it's just on there.
Yeah,
You got full video.
You can do that, and you can also go in there and you can split the video where you can have it transition from, you know what I mean, and make it smooth and look good. Because there might be parts that you don't want where it's just dead space. So.
Yeah, I haven't gotten too far into the editing stuff yet.
I've been messing around recently a little bit.
Well, Kush, I think we've established that Elvin in this 87 is going to be the truck to beat tonight. Do you think anybody's got anything for him?
He's the front runner. I mean, I don't know. He's been hot. I mean, he won at Richmond. This is another short track, so I mean, it's gonna be tough. He's been putting in the work too, so I mean, you know, you got to put in the work if you want to be the man. Everybody's got the same, you know, everybody's got basically the same stuff. You know, you got to pick and choose. I'm sure if you guys asked him what number he's running, he could tell you, but that's up to you to do the R&D, you know, to find out what wedge and tire pressures and stuff you need everything at.
Yeah. Cheeseburger Boy, thank you for the follow.
Cheeseburger.
My man, cheeseburger. Go for that 52. No, just joking.
Who's in the 52? Is that you, Lazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're coming to the end of qualifying, and we'll be getting into the race. I'm Muscle Car 24, and co-commentating with me tonight is going to be Super G Kush with Mid Atlantic Motorsports.
I felt.
I just saw that thing shoot a 5, so thanks everybody for popping in.
Family honeymoon. A family moon.
So he was gonna have first one we saw, we're gonna take that. You and your deranged boys can have world championship.
Order cherry pan pies.
Nice choice.
Oh, no! God! No cherry pan pies ever! Ow, ow, ow! Came off. Guess this used to be a firehouse.
Looks like everybody's done. So, about to get into the race.
Yes, sir.
Elvin Priest and the 87 has been dominating all the practice sessions we've been having. And we're going to see who got the pole. We determine pole by the fastest lap of a heat race. And Elvin Priest, not surprisingly, got the pole with a sub 20-second lap time. Portal gets second fastest with a 20.051.
Jerry, you got to change the broom.
Yeah, it's probably still public lobby, so it's probably someone that hopped in.
I appreciate you guys.
Probably
stopping
somebody
in.
watching mine or
Watching the
Chris's stream. Okay, I'm going. Okay, and I'm going to load in now. Into turn 1. Elvin was able to clear everybody by end of turn 2, and 18 over. Sideways. Well, Elvin got loose off the turn. Lazy's going to take a run at him. Lazy Dog showing some speed once we get into the main race. But Elvin's going to clear him on the high side. And here we go, a pass for third. 18 overdrove it, and Dre just crosses him over in the turn. 18 gets a run off, he takes a look. 98 protects that inside.
52 is not looking too bad, is he?
Yeah, he was able to get up there and challenge Elvin for a few laps. We hadn't seen that in any of the practices yet. That 18's having a hard time not overdriving the turns. Him and the 98 are seem to be running that second lane. I don't know if that's because they're both just keep overdriving the turns, or if that's where they found their cars work the best. Did Elvin lag out? No, he didn't. I was wondering if Elvin lagged out because there was what looked like an 87 on pit road.
Yeah, we had another guy who was going to run tonight, Ty Racing. I think he got booted because somebody said to boot him out, but he was just going to be just another driver to run.
Oh, okay.
But it's probably best that we have just these 6, 7 guys. What is it? We got 8, 7.
Yeah, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, because we got 8 in the party, and then we had 1 more. So. 21-1 racing side by side. And pocket full of shells rolls his car off the curb.
Is it 52? Is he in second? Or is he in third?
Let's take a lap around at the onboard of the 87. Is our leader.
Yeah, I'm on board here with the 98. Dre drops. Looking like he's in second. And then he's got Devin Strother 18, Eminem Racing Fan 18 right behind him. In third.
And Lazy's falling back to fourth.
Yeah, he looked pretty strong in the beginning. Maybe the tires fell off, or the tire pressure's built up, or everybody else's trucks come in. Let's take a trip with this 6th grader, soon to be 7th grader, see how he gets around this track.
He seems to be having clean laps right now. Doesn't seem to be overdriving the turn.
Just as we say
Just
that.
as to say that, he runs a little high in the turn.
I was just getting ready to say. And that does
It's like
look like an
pocket full of
87.
shells is about to get lapped. Delvin just puts the bumper to him.
Ooh, shells got put around there.
Yeah, I think he came down the track to try and give Elvin a little bump, and it didn't work out for him. And Lazy runs into the back of him and sends him spinning again.
Still no caution. They're still green. So we'll have to pay attention to this. Ooh, 98 gets off the apron, and he's going to allow the 18 to get under him and make the pass. This is a pretty good little battle here for second place. As the 18 gets the apron a little
18
bit.
just touched the apron.
He's able to hang on to her. Some of the best racing I've seen all year, man, has been right here in this series. We've seen it all. You would think this would have been a caution-filled race, but guess what, man? It's been pretty green so far. Really not a surprise. We got some talented guys.
Yeah. Dre's pulling up to that 18's bumper. Seems to be a little better at entering the turn. They seem about equal exit.
One thing I've noticed about Drade since he's been back, he's a little more patient than he was years prior. Just as I say that, he gets up into the wall, but...
Yeah, that was just a scrape.
He's really there now. All right, well, while we're watching this here, let's go. We got the 16 on pit road. Looks like that other truck that you were talking about, 87, there was another 87. Hey, man, thanks to all you guys coming in, checking out the stream, man. We appreciate your guys' support, continued support.
Looks like a pocket full of shells has parked.
He's starting parked, so got a couple starting parks tonight. I believe he was running for the 8 truck of Cat Cab. He inherited the points of Cat Cab, the 8 truck, so it's not looking like he's going to make it to the next round at this point.
$18 all the way to the marbles.
16's turned around. 16's turned around on the front stretch.
Oh, he must have been ghosted because the 87 just drove right through him.
We got a battle for second. It's heating up again. 98 is going to look
side
inside.
By side.
And, man, is he going to make this stick and work this time? No,
18 drove it in there.
Woo. And the 98 makes the...
18 got to drive off the turn. Is he going to do anything with it?
Got Chevy, Ford, Toyota.
And then Toyota.
Top 3 runners.
One manufacturer representing top 3.
Yep, so that's pretty good to see.
16 back on pit road. He's exiting now.
Lazy Dog's only been with us a handful of races back since, coming off his leave of absence or whatever you want to call it, and he's like right back at it like he never left. He was strong early. He looked like he faded, but he's still pretty consistent. 16's back off.
Yeah.
Back up front with the leader here.
87's just a straightaway behind him to put him another lap down.
Yeah, we'll take our little hot lap with the 87 around here and see how he's getting around here. Looks like he's holding her pretty good.
Yep, he's in one of the keys that's the rhythm to Martinsville is waiting for the throttle to where you can just go full throttle and not have to pedal it, exit the turn, keep it out of the wall.
He's definitely rolling that center a lot better than most of these guys. He's going to make this easy pass right here on the 16, which is a few laps down. As he gets into the wall there. Ooh, 16 got in there hot that time.
Everyone's seems to have separated.
I would have expected more cautions, you know, Muscles. I mean, honestly, you think you come to a track like this, you think caution.
I'll be honest. We had a couple of incidents that happened with the one that you would think would have warranted a caution.
For sure,
But in this series, we go off the automated cautions of the game.
Yes. Yep. With a group this size, we could do manual cautions with everybody being in a party chat. Who's going to be the next car to go a lap down? Is that the 21?
I believe so.
Because he was like second. I thought he might have been the second best truck there.
Yeah,
and
21 is the next car in front of the 87.
So we'll ride along with this 21 and see. Let's get a hot lap with him. Yeah, he's having to pedal it on the exit. He's probably looking more in that mirror than he is, you know, actually driving the car. Oh, he's big time on the exit.
He got on the curb, but he had to really wait for the throttle there.
He's going to get caught. This 52 looks like he might be maybe making some gains on this 18. I'm not sure. I see the 98's gotten by the 18 again, though. We'll ride around with Dre. We'll see what this Ford's got. He's coming up on lap traffic of the 16 Napa. Beast mode. He's going into pit.
And 16's pitting again. And Dre gets in the grass. He had to really catch it. And Devin's right to his bumper. Gives him a bump.
Killed all his momentum. That 18, you know, honestly should have been able to clear him easily with as much momentum as he had coming through there. As much, I mean, he was sitting like dead.
18's pitting.
Yeah, it must be close. It's got to be close to the fuel window. See what this 98's doing. Let's get on. Let's see. Where's the 87 at? Is the 87 still on track?
87's pulling up right to the 21 right now. 21 had just topped the curb entering that last turn.
I'm not sure if he's going to pass the 21 though. They're buddies. As of
21
right now,
overdrove the turn and ended up going right where the 87 was playing, but it looks like 21 might. No, he just let the 87 go by.
21.
It looks like he overdrove the turn trying to get to his bumper.
Yeah. Who needs enemies with friends like that?
Yeah. And 18 in. Off pit road.
21's in.
Question is there any strategy that would allow anybody to catch Elvin?
At this point, I don't think so. I think he's too far ahead of these guys. Well, you know, there are a few, but at this point, is it worth it? I mean, you're going to run yourself all the way worse. I mean, you may get the lead for a few laps, but through the remainder of the race, the transitioning part, you're going to fall like a rock.
And 87 is going down pit road right now. He's pulling into his pit box as the 21 exits. And And 98 on pit road. '21 was able to get back in front of the 87, back onto the lead lap by doing whatever strategy he did, or just having better pit cycle. 87 gives him a bump entering.
And he's going to make that pass easily. And back off he goes.
21 almost got back to his bumper. Just go through the field. 52's pitting now, though he stayed out and led a few laps. Probably hoping that someone will get into each other and get a caution where he could have the track position.
Well, they got Kentucky next week. Bluegrass.
That's always one of the more interesting mile and a halves.
Yeah, you'll have Kentucky and then Phoenix and then Homestead will round it out for everybody, which is it should be a good track for most everybody, I would think.
Yeah. A lot of slip and sliding, and 16 just had 2 tires up in the air. I do not believe there are anybody racing for position close to each other. Let's go on board with our leader for a few laps.
MOG perfect score, MOG fire.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Better be careful, don't wreck him. What are you doing, man? Take your time going in that turn, boy. Shoot. Well, man, yeah, it's just one of them races. It's going to be a long one. How many laps is it again, Muscles? Do you remember?
I do not. I think it might be like 200 something, maybe.
They're on lap 46 to 70, so, and that's what stage 1.
Yep,
so.
200. Yep, 200 would add up. Or 250, I think.
I believe so. 250.
21 just overdrove that turn. Drade's all lonely. He's running with the entire straightaway to himself, either way. Lazy's about to have to fight to stay on the lead lap. Elvin's closing in on him.
Yeah, we've been riding on board with this guy here for quite a bit. Yeah, he won Monday night at Richmond. And he won the Monday before in the exhibition race, the Prelude. He won that race too, so that's two races in a row there in the Pro Series.
And then he won last week in the Developmental Series at Pocono. So he's on a hot streak right now.
He's got about 5 wins, he said, on the season, so that's pretty good. I think the most I had was like 13 or 14, something like that. So he's still got a little bit of work to do, but. There's not enough races left for him to get that number, but there's still there's enough races left for him to pass Muscles.
Yeah, my record for a season in any series is 4. I think combined series in a season might have been
8 or something like that.
I think it might have been like 7 or 7, 8.
Yeah, somewhere in there. That's what I was thinking.
And 87 gets to the 52 there.
Well, 52 was going to run him pretty hard there.
He tried to. But that 87 was able to carry quite a bit more speed into the turn and still stick to the bottom. And he's just pulling away from Lazy now. Lazy's going to have to hope he doesn't catch anybody else. Put a lap down and he can take the free pass into the stage. Dredd had to pedal it off that turn to keep up the 16, wherever the 16 had a lift. And he clears him off that turn. And Dredd's going to have to push it. He's only a straightaway ahead of the leader. And there's the end of the stage.
So Elvin
wins it in dominating fashion.
87 gets first, 18 second, 98, 52, 21, 16, 1. And that'll round it out for the first stage.
Coach, you see any way any of these guys are going to have anything for this 87?
I mean, he ran good, I thought, Monday night as well. I don't know that he was quite this dominant, but, I mean, I found a way to get in front of him when, you know, the thing is, I mean, there's a way to anybody can get in front of him. Is can you stay there? That's the thing, and I don't think any of these guys can roll that center like he can, man. He's just got her. He's got her dialed in. So it's going to be tough.
Depending on what everybody's setups is, if they aren't downshifting on turns, they might be able to get a little closer center. If they put it in third for the center, that'll loosen it up and help with rotation. But if they're already doing this and he's being that bad in center, I don't think there's anything they'll be able to do.
Got on the apron again, it looks like. It's probably a good thing that 98
put the bumper to the 18. He's trying to get by him.
98's hungry, man.
Over drove the turn there. He went all the way to the asphalt in the turn.
98's a past champion, so you know he's hungry. I'm sure he would love to get a win at some point this season.
He nearly had the win a few weeks ago at Kansas before a string of late race cautions.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely looked like the favorite.
He got into the wall off that turn. That's going to kill his momentum down the straightaway. And Lazy Dog's to his bumper now.
Yeah, he's getting in trouble now. He's got a guy behind him. Looks like maybe Lazy found something in his truck.
Get a big swing on pit road with adjustments, trying to get his truck with Elvin's, and might have just overdid it, and it's way too loose off the turns now.
Yeah, 52 looks like he might have fixed his truck. He's definitely running a lot more.
I think Dre gave him a bump center of the turn and got him loose and on the curb. He had to get out of it, keep it going straight. And now he's got to deal with Portal. Elvin's already got a straightaway lead over this 18.
You can tell the guys that's been working on their stuff, man. And the guys that are, you know, getting better each week. All these guys have taken huge strides in getting better each season.
Looks like Drade's closing back in on Lazy Dog.
Portal back here. He's probably running about 5th place. Lap 5 of 66.
Yeah, Portal's in 5th. Yeah, I think in a few laps we're going to have a race for 3rd. Drake gets on top of the curb. That's going to give Lazy a big gap again.
This is really kind of where the gains and losses have been made right here with these guys here. They're the ones, you know, battling for position. Oh, got in the wall again there, the 52 did. 98 got through there good. 21's getting through that turn really well. Not quite sure what's going on with him. Oh, he hits the wall coming out on 4 though.
52 hits the wall again off the turn.
Yeah, he's struggling right now, it looks like. Kind of what I thought, though. I figured the 18 would be pretty decent today. He's always been really good at Martinsville, so I figured he'd be pretty good.
98 got back to the throw way too early and just slammed the wall.
I think Devin's got much to worry about. He looks like he's got her figured out right now. 98 looks like he's
21's about to get a lap down again. 87's caught him.
There we go. He slows the 87 down and gets him into the wall. That's going to hurt the 87 a little bit, but not bad.
That looked like the 21 tried getting middle of the track, get out of his way, and 87 wasn't expecting him to get out of his way. Okay. And the 21 kept the car pinned to the wall once he got into it.
Probably felt like it was his fault, so he's, you know, relinquishing the position. Don't need to fight a guy who's leading the race if you're a few laps down or a lap down.
Last few laps, the 98's been hitting the wall off of 4.
's coming up on the 21. Let's see how this pans out.
One has just not been able to hold the bottom.
Ooh, man, they both. Like it's going to cost the 18 a little bit of time to the 52, trying to get by this 21. He kind of had to do that. I mean, I get it. You don't want to do that if damage was on. You wouldn't do that. But man, he really cost himself a lot of time. And 21 sent it that time.
I think he was very happy with the 18 there.
I don't believe so. Looks like he may have found something though. He's hitting this wall and running pretty fast lap times.
Yeah, no.
He may have found something.
He found his way to use the wall and avoid that brick middle of it.
This may be the cheat code to Martinsville. He's gonna get to him too. It's like if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Damn, he's getting a lot of time there, man. This is nuts.
Yeah, he's getting all the time in.
There he is.
You got to the 18 there.
Didn't pass him the way I thought he would, but all this time, look who just caught up to the 18. Hello.
Yeah. That 52 caught him fast.
I have a feeling with these guys messing
Wonder
around.
if the 52 was watching what the 21 was doing and started doing it.
The way he's running right now, I don't think so. Ooh, 18's way out of shape. He got tapped by the 52.
21 is sideways middle of 3 and 4. You might misjudge that line he was running and hit the brick.
Battling here
16's off pit road.
Battle for second right here. 52 is going to take the lead for second place.
18's going to put the bumper to him.
He's going to get back by him. We got a race here. These guys are racing like it's for position.
If they do that enough time, Droid's going to be part of this race.
The three amigos. Chevy Toyota battle here. Safe Light 18.
So Chevy now holds on to the top 2 positions.
Yeah, early on we saw Toyota dominate in the beginning of the year. Not so much in wins, but overall laps led, stage wins, stuff like that.
I think the truck's going away from the 18 because 52 caught him fast, and now the 98's catching him.
And 52 is going into pit road right now. So he's pitting early. We'll see.
He will be the first of the leaders to pit.
We'll see if this pays off.
Get those fresher tires, maybe be able to close in on that 87.
Possibly. He showed a bunch of speed earlier, being able to stay up with Elvin. So we'll have to see. Hope 18's going to come around. 21's in.
21, 52, 18, 98.
16 come off. He was already on.
87's
so
on pit. Yep, all of our leaders are on pit road.
Okay.
They all saw that 52 pit, and none of them wanted him to have a huge advantage over them.
Well, I think it's like monkey see, monkey do type of thing, man. If you're gonna lose, 52's out, first one off. So we'll see if he's able to. 87's coming off. Oh, 87's just getting to his pit box. Sorry. 21's coming off.
21's off.
52's up to speed. Looks
18's off. 98's off.
18 just got off. 52's in front of the 18.
87 exiting.
Elvin is out of.
That's gonna put. Believe the 87's still gonna have a half-track lead.
He may have actually increased his lead, I believe. I'm not sure what the margin was going in, but to me it looks like he increased it.
18 was able to close up on the 52 through the pit cycles. He actually overdrove the turn there, I think, trying to get to the 52's bumper. Currently out of this pack of 4, that 52 seems to be holding the bottom the best.
It's like the 16s in a way, but maybe the 98. I don't know if they're.
18 looks to the outside of 52. They get together.
18. They get together.
I think he might have bounced it off the curb.
Let's watch from the 98's perspective what he's seeing.
I think that 52 has a long run setup in it, and the 18 has a short run in it. Dre definitely had a great pit cycle in the fact that he was able to catch up to both of them through it.
Looks like they're coming up on the 21 now. Is that 21 in front of these guys, or is he a lap down, or is he already coming to be?
He's, I believe, several laps down. I believe. 98 gave the 52 a little bump through that turn. He goes high. 98 is able to get below him. They're side by side off the turn, and 98 clears them. And immediately overdrove the turn and let the 52 get back below him. And 18 sideways into the wall. Seems to have got it going again, but he just lost 2 positions. Alvin Priest, our leader, is not that far behind the 18. He's only got quarter of a lap and to close in on, and he'll be there.
Yeah, this is the one guy that's locked in to the round of 6. He locked himself in last week, winning at Pocono. 87 Elvin Priest. Looks like he's gonna.
And 21's rolling.
Whoa, he's flipping. It might be something with the net. It looks like
yeah, that's network, because he immediately was back up with the 18 at speed.
But anyways, back to the 87. He's been dominating most of the season, especially close towards the end. So. It's going to be interesting seeing the 4 guys that will race for the championship. The one race, it's going to be interesting. Looks like he's getting ready to catch a couple of these guys. There's 4 trucks in front of him right now.
He's rolling right up to the 21 now.
He's going to go get the 21 again. He's probably going to catch this.
And then right in front of him are the top 4.
I think they're looking.
Are all in front of that 21.
I think they're all looking at what's going on here, and they're starting to scramble now. They're starting to notice what's going on because that 18.
Yeah, 18's been able to work past both Lazy and Drake and get back to second. '98 and 18 get together. They're both into wall. That's going to allow Lazy to have the inside for second.
87's there now.
'52's able to clear Drade. 18 puts the bumper to Drade, which in turn puts the bumper to Lazy. And we're almost 3 wide racing to stay on lead lap. Right now, Drade is the last one on lead lap, racing side by side with Elvin. 52's around. Him and Lazy are together. And after an automated caution, I believe Elvin had lapped everybody. So Drade will get the free pass. And then that's good. Elvin could trap everybody else a lap down by either pitting or staying out.
I don't know if this is good or bad news. It's definitely bad news for the guys 1 lap down. If you're not in that lucky dog position.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to be dependent on if that caution came out after a timing line that Drade was on the lead lap or not. Devin onto the curb. '16 ran the 52 wide on the exit of that turn, it looked like.
That's gonna be the stage. You got Elvin, the real Drade,
Ellis.
Lazy Dog, M&M's, Portal, Ellis Beast Mode, Pocket to round out the field.
Ellis actually completed that stage going full throttle down pit road.
Jeez. That would have been a sight to see.
Wins.
I don't know how he made it on this pit road without it having him do a pit cycle.
If I was a betting man, Devin, that's definitely what I would put my money on. But you never know.
What Devin say he put his money on?
He said 87 wins. He said help. I think he got his lap back though.
Yeah, I'd say that's why he's starting tail end there.
That's what I was thinking.
And Lazy looking below the 98.
He's able to get by his teammate there to 16, so that was he gets into the 21, puts him up the track. 21's not going to be happy about that.
I think these guys are just getting desperate and trying to use whatever they can to get speed out of it to try and keep up with that 87 as much as possible.
The 18's been pretty good tonight. It hasn't really needed to put the bumper or anything like that to anybody, but I'm not sure. I haven't been watching this situation that closely as far as the 18 and the 21, so maybe something happened that we didn't see.
They're 3 wide.
But they've been getting in. These three here been at each other all night, man. So maybe, it's some built-up frustration.
Oh, 98, I think, hooked the 52 a little. Put him into the wall entering the turn.
It's just a bunch of hard racing. I wouldn't necessarily call it, they're not
Not necessarily smart racing.
I wouldn't say it's
Considering
smart.
that every time they get into each other, that's just helping the 87 pull away and potentially lap them all sooner.
It's definitely making this entertaining, and it's giving us something to talk about. Because if not, we could just sit here and just cricket. Because that's what it's been. No one's had anything for the 87 all night. It's been a while since anybody's had something for that 87. If someone's won a race, I think they won it off either a strategy or something like that, but just pure speed.
Yeah.
Going back, I think maybe the 98 was a little bit better than him at Kansas, like I said. But other than that, man, I think he's had the truck for a while to beat. So. Statistically,
I think if you're going to beat him, you're going to have to get lucky and be stretching fuel and a caution comes out during the middle of the pit cycle.
Only one that's got
or into the race falls where the 87. However, he's driving his car where to get the speed, he has less fuel mileage, and you potentially be able to make it one less stop than him. I do not think anybody's got anything to beat him on raw speed.
No, raw speed. At this track, it's not necessarily raw speed. It's raw talent. It's just talent. You either can race a track like this or you can't. This is where, talented drivers shine here. So, car control, patience. Looks like the 18 got back to second, and he's just gonna. Like I said, he's gonna roll. This 16 and the 21 are
98. This looks like he's been getting loose off the turns. He's been chasing it down the straightaways.
I'm back up here with the leader. He's coming up on the 16 and the 21. He's gonna put them another lap down.
21 was in the grass through that turn. 16's got to run on the outside of him. I think the 21's going to pit. Now he just got on the brakes to let the 87 by.
This isn't an easy track in itself, but the next few tracks we go to, they're no walk in the park.
Now they're all technical, and least technical of them, Homestead, is one that the tires have like some of the worst grip, and you're slipping, sliding all through the race.
Yep, it's going to come down to someone who can drive a loose car fast. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's been pretty fun this season.
Phoenix should be interesting because with that, where they now have the starting line, we could potentially have 8 wide to a start and finish line.
Thank everybody for staying tuned. Close to 10 people in here watching right now, so appreciate you guys' continued support every week.
He's just pulled away from third and fourth.
I'm gonna let a lot of you guys know, man. We got a Pro Series coming up for the Cup Series. and it's going to be 36 races. So it's going to be about 8 months, and we're going to do a cash prize of $500, a T150 Pro, Thrustmaster wheel, and a trophy. That's going to be the grand prize for the champion, and we'll have a 10 race playoff, and yeah. So if anybody's interested, we'll also have a draft. We'll start drafting here in the next month or so. We'll start drafting guys for that series because there will be damage. We'll run, I believe, 3 times wear, and I'm not sure if we're going to run 100% race. It shouldn't be 100% race. It's going to be probably about 50% race, somewhere in there. But
and you did say that was a full season, or just short of what a full cup season is?
it should be the same exact length. And we're going to put in like the prelude, so they'll have their own little prelude. We'll do the duels. The duels are the clash. One of those will be for money, and then we'll do the All-Star race and then the regular Charlotte race. The All-Star race will be for money, and then next year in the truck series we're going to do a dash for cash type thing where if you win, there will be like 3 or 4 different races that we're going to pick, and if you're able to win 1 or 2 of them different races, and they'll be spread out throughout the season. But if you're able to win them crown jewels, per se, each one of them, you'll get a $25 deal. And then, so say you win all 3 of them, that'll be $75 because it's 25 per. And then you get an additional 10 or an additional 25 for winning the dash for cash. So it's $100 in total that you're gonna have a chance to win next season. If you know, so let's say next year the scenario is Drade wins a race and Elvin wins one of them races. Whoever wins that third and final race will get that dash. They'll not only get the $25 for winning that race, they'll get the bonus. You know what I'm saying? The 25. So that'd be 75 in one of their pocket. So if we have 3 different drivers and they all 3 win all 3 different of the races, we'll have a final race, and we'll make a location for it, and those 3 racers will race it out, and the winner of that race or the driver who finishes best in that race will win the additional 25. So then it'll be a 3-way split of $100, 25 to 2 and 50 to the winner. So got a lot of cool marketing things coming up here soon in the near future, so just stay tuned, guys. We're back on track. We're on board with the 87, and he's pretty much a lot of the same.
Yeah, it's just been a walk in the park for him today.
It's been pretty caution-free, even with these guys racing each other real tough like they had been. You know, it looks like this 18's pulled away from the 98 and the 52 by quite a bit.
And 98's pulled away from the 52.
Oh, so that's the 21 and the 98. So the 98's passing the 21, so that's what I saw. So yeah, the 52's back quite a ways as well. So yeah, they're spread out. If I had to, I mean, if I was
52
picking,
only has a straightaway in front of our leader, the 87.
if I had to pick tonight the 4 guys that I think would be at Homestead, I would definitely pick the 87, the 98, the 52, and the 18 would be my 4 that I would pick right now, right here.
Yep.
So I think that's a pretty fair. It doesn't mean that the 21 or the 16 couldn't somehow get there, but they're going to have to get a lot better performance than what they're getting today and what they've gotten here in the past.
You hear that 18 working his transmission, trying to find an advantage.
Well, this is the future. I believe these 4 guys right here, these top 4 guys, and I believe all 6 of these guys, but I think this is going to be the future, man, of this Mid-Atlantic Motorsports. These are going to be a lot of names that you're going to hear in a few seasons. You know, when Heat 4 comes out and, you know, we're in season 25 or whatever it's going to be, you're going to hear their names quite a bit because they're coming of age right now. These guys are starting to hit their prime. Elvin's already there. It's just, you know, there's going to be a couple more of them. I think Dre just needs a few more races. He hasn't run as much as these guys have this year. Hang on a second, folks. We're having a technical difficulty right now with the... Well, I had to back out real quick to do something. We'll be right back here shortly. Yeah, they're into a pit cycle. Let's see, the 16's up to 6th. Yep, okay, so 18's on pit road, I see. Choosing
98 stays out another lap.
Yep, so he's going to stay out another lap.
87's almost to the 52. '98 stays out another lap.
87's pitting this time.
'18 exiting.
I think this is that strategy stuff we was talking about. I think the 98's just, he's got to do something.
He's hoping for a caution.
And he's praying for a caution at this point.
But you gotta give him credit. I mean, Chris Buescher has won a race doing this and having fog roll in.
'52 on pit road.
98's on pit road now. And 16's. That was in the wall in the middle of the 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2, yep.
He got it going?
Yeah, he looks like he's back up to speed. He keeps getting that apron. He's spinning her around.
52 exiting. Or no, he just pulled in his pit box.
So 18's definitely looking pretty smooth right now. The young fella's got himself a steering wheel. He
98 exiting now.
Well, he gets by that 98. That pesky 18, but that
16 was sideways again in the middle of the turns.
98 closed that gap up that the 18 had on him, though.
I think the 98's being way more aggressive with the braking entering pit road.
Okay, yeah. Well, he closed up quite a bit. Which, I mean, you know, chances make champions.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at it.
Because it's either a great way to gain time, or if you overstep just a little, you're going to lose 5 times the amount of time you would gain.
Risk versus reward. High risk, low reward. 18
gives a bump to the 16, and 16 hits the brick middle of the wall that turns his truck sideways.
He definitely gave him the boot. All that going on. 98 looks like he may have closed a little bit.
'87 just slapped the 52. Let's go on board with the 98 of Drade. Watch and see if he's able to close in on that 18.
It's looking like he lost a little bit right there. He might have lost a couple car lengths right there. Looks like he might be getting in a little bit better, but he's not getting off that turn as well. He's kind of pedaling it, like we were speaking of. Not being patient, getting back to the throttle.
Off pit road. '21 98 is going to be the next set of cars that the 87 is going to catch.
I think that 18's in pretty good shape right now. He pulled away.
Sketching the 16 now. The 16 line by. 16 into the wall. He got back to the throttle a little too early. 16 with his bumper all over Drade, or Devin.
Well, the 18 did help him into the wall a few laps ago, so I don't think it was nothing malicious though.
Ellis just overdrove the turn again. He's up in the asphalt of the turn, and him and Drade door bang off the turn. '16 got halfway in the grass entering that turn. He was able to keep it going straight. Now Elvin's caught him. And now Elvin has his sights on the 98.
98 closing in on the 18?
I believe so.
With the 18's trucks.
Of course, the 98 really doesn't have much of a choice to close in on the 18 if he wants to stay in front of the 87.
Well, this is for position, so 87's not for position.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, staying on a lead lap will sometimes get you to run faster than racing for position.
It's funny how that works, huh? I've seen it. Real life even is crazy. Real races. So.
And 98 is going to get by the 18.
Gonna work each other into the wall.
Help them into the wall a little. Now the 18 is going to have to deal with Devin, or the 87. And he overdrove the turn and made it easy for Elvin to lap him. I think Elvin overdrove that turn. That was the first time I've seen him be in the asphalt of the turns.
I think he's pushing that truck so hard. And, he's pushed his truck hard to get to the lead that he's got now. He's probably got some tired tires on that truck.
Yeah. Yeah, the question is, now that you point that out, does he have enough tires to make it to the end? Because what could throw this race away for him is if he's been pushing the car too hard and he blows the tire with a few laps to go.
Yeah, that could really hurt too. There's a lot of different scenarios. That's why I always say it's easy to have a fast car, a fast truck, whatever. But getting it in victory circle, that's a taller task. Anybody can be fast for a few laps here and there, lead some laps, but winning is a different beast. So, not saying he can't get it done because he's been there more times this season than anybody else. As far as this series goes, that is.
Yeah, I just bring up that tire issue because this is one of the hardest tracks on tires through a run. You'll get that right front lower in one run than just about any track you go to. And
right?
16 was ghosted. Good thing that 16 was ghosted there. 87 was able to just drive right through him.
The race there was pretty good for that. That was something else.
Chris, we got a count for laps remaining?
I can't go off of what the leaders have. Hang on one second.
Do some math with Alice's.
We're about 30, 30 or so, a little over 30 laps to go. So we should be coming to the end here pretty quick, like. Of course, we started a little bit later tonight, too.
15 and 18 going at it now.
52
I
and
believe
18.
that's for position.
Yeah, 52 and 18. They're going at it. Yeah, that looks like it could possibly be for position. I don't know why they would race so hard. There goes 18
And
down pit
18
road.
peels off.
I think he can pit right here and he can make it the rest of the way. I think that's what that 18's doing. I think he's inside his pit window. So.
He's on now. 18 has just gotten to his pit box. '98 and '87 both still on track. 87 coming down pit road. And 98's gonna stay on track. He's going to get one lap back for now.
Well, I think he's on his own little strategy. I'm not sure what it is and if it's going to help or hurt or...
That 98 right now, he's praying to the dirt racing gods right now.
He's praying for a caution.
82 or 52 off.
98 on pit road. Looks like this 52 got in front of 18.
Yeah. 87 exiting now. '98 exiting now. And he goes back a lap down. Right before he gets to the pit exit. That 52 has managed to get in front of the 18. But 16's all over his bumper. At least till he hopped the curb there.
Yeah, that's not going to work very long.
And 18's below the 16 now.
98, I'm not sure if he's still a lap down, I believe, correct?
So the 87 passed him as the 98 was exiting. So I believe the 98's back a lap down.
That's what I thought, yeah. Okay. Twenty-one's nose.
21 was in a 4-tire slide wherever I went to the 16's view that last turn.
Yeah, he was facing the wall, outside wall, when the 98 just went by.
He got fired up at speed again. It Looks like the 18's closing in on this 52. Not sure if this is going to be a race for second or for third.
I believe Drade's in second, 98.
That's what I was thinking.
I would put Lazy in third, and that would make Devin fourth. So I believe that's a race on track for, yeah, third place.
And they're side by side now, down the back stretch. And Devin clears them and is moving on now. '21 down pit road.
I think that was the final pit stop for a lot of these guys. I'm not sure how many laps they could go on a tank of fuel.
I forget what the fuel window is for these trucks here. I think it was something like 40 laps or something like that.
Yeah, and they were within 30, so yeah. A lot of these guys already made their final pit stop, and they got what they got. They're just trying to hang on. So 18, it did get by that 52, but the 52 is going to look on the inside, and he's going to... It's going to be a drag race. 18 pulls ahead just by a bit, and he's able to pull down. But 52 is going to get a run on the exit, and it's not going to be enough. The 18 is going to get by at the start-finish line, going into 1 and 2. Oh. He can't get there. The 18's just really strong. He's able to hold that line right there, the middle high line. Let's see, he pushes real high that time. Let's see, the 52 gets there.
They're side by side.
Touch. The 52 is going to get the lead at the stripe. And he lifts quite a bit. He's on the brake heavy, but he's going to maybe... Nope. 18's got to run on the outside.
Hell of a run on the outside.
He's going to clear him again. But is he going to be able to bring it down? And he's not.
He thought about pulling it down to the inside lane.
This may be the best race all day, folks. This is really heating up. Oh, crossover move. 18's under the 52. 52 washes up into the wall.
I believe the 18 probably gave him a bump while he was attempting that crossover.
I don't think 52's got anything for him now. He's kind of out of his wake and everything, so he's going to fade. Looks like most likely.
Well, if he fades, he's going to go another lap down because the next car behind him's that 87.
Well, I think they're going to go another lap down anyways. I'm not sure exactly how many laps. Let me look at the lap counter real quick. It says 21 of 50, 29 laps to go. I'm guessing there's about 3 laps. Not
52's sure. Back to the 18.
We got to be close to the end of this race.
Yeah, they both overdrive that turn.
Muscles, I'm
she was
guessing,
able to get back to the concrete earlier.
I'm guessing we're within 5 right now, Muscles. At least.
Okay. And 52 is back side by side. He puts the 18 into the wall, exit of the turn.
I think that's why they're driving this way. We're within...
18 puts the bumper back to him. '18 overdrove the turn, allowed 52 to cross him over, and then the 18 hit the wall on exit. 18 drove it in there.
He sent it.
He sent it. I don't think he used the brakes that turn. And I think that was the race.
That was the race. That was the race. The 87, Elvin Priest, gets his 5th win of the season.
Fashion. I think the 98 might have been the only one.
One lap down.
So, I believe the 98 might have been the only other person to lead laps, and that was during pit cycles early in the race. Let's see who got the fastest lap. That's surprising. Elvin Priest almost getting to the 19.8s.
M&M Racing, it's Devin Strother with a 19.
Yeah.
Lazy Dog.
Third was Lazy.
Everybody ran pretty decent. They got a 2 and a 4 up there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to log off my stream. I'm MotorSports 24. Co-hosting was Super G Kush. You can check me out at MuscleCar24 on YouTube and Twitch. You can check him out at Mid Atlantic Motorsports.
Yep. Thanks everybody for watching. Be back here next week, Monday night, for our round of 6. We start off at Kentucky. That's the first race. And the second race will be Phoenix International Speedway. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week.